US President Donald Trump says American forces will stay in and around Iran until a real agreement is enforced, warning any breach will trigger a forceful response.
Pakistan is set to host high-stakes US-Iran talks as region pins hopes on lasting peace. US Vice President J.D. Vance to join talks in Islamabad, confirms White House. Witkoff and Kushner to accompany the US team.
US and Iranian delegations to arrive in Islamabad ahead of Saturday talks. First round of US-Iran talks will begin in Islamabad on Saturday morning local time. Ghalibaf leads the Iranian delegation along with Foreign Minister Arakchi.
Vice President US J.D. Vance says Iran's revised proposal involving Pakistan is more reasonable, highlighting Islamabad's role as talks progress after multiple draft plans.
Security is tightened in Islamabad before expected US-Iran talks, with the access to the red zone restricted, local holidays announced, and parliamentary sittings adjourned.
Pakistan finalizes security for high-stakes US-Iran talks as Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi meets US diplomat Natalie Baker ahead of Vice President J.D. Vance's visit for high-level US-Iran talks.
US Vice President J.D. Vance says Tehran believed Lebanon was part of the ceasefire, but Washington never agreed, saying the truce was meant to protect Iran, Israel, and Gulf allies.
Iran accuses the US of double standards on Lebanon, as Deputy Foreign Minister Saeed Khatibzadeh says Washington cannot back ceasefire efforts while supporting Israeli talks.
Israeli airstrikes in Beirut killed Ali Yusuf Harshi, nephew and aide to Hezbollah chief Naim Qassem, as continued attacks in Lebanon strained the wider US-Iran ceasefire.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warns Israeli attacks on Lebanon could derail fragile ceasefire efforts after strikes kill and wound hundreds of civilians, including children.
Pakistan emerges as the ultimate peace broker, securing a historic Iran-US ceasefire, while India remains globally isolated. As Washington and Tehran credit Islamabad, critics slam the Modi government's ineffective foreign policy.
The Afghan Taliban face global scrutiny as a new Eurasia report reveals the regime is deliberately ignoring Fitna al-Khawarij on its soil, destabilizing the region and reinforcing Pakistan's concerns over cross-border militancy.
Iran warns that trust is eroding before Islamabad talks, as Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says ceasefire terms are clear, and Speaker Mohammad Ghalibaf accuses Washington of early breaches.
Shipping in the Strait of Hormuz is facing disruption, with Iranian media saying vessels now require operational approval and marine traffic showing sharply reduced movement.
Pakistan and Saudi Arabia voiced concern over Lebanon ceasefire violations as Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar and Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud call for full implementation.